should ask Muslims, please fix again. For the love of God, fix the Quran of Allah. Allah is not fixing his own Quran, so you have to do it to keep him as a he. He's not a he. According to himself, he's not a he. If you claim these are the words of Allah. He's claiming that he's a what? He's a thing. Right? He's a thing. To me, according to this ayah, what is Allah one of? What? He's one of what? Go ahead.
Okay. قل هو الله أحد. Okay. الله الصمد. Right? لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. You wanted it to say قل هو الله واحد.
Okay. What does samad mean?
Self-subsisting. Right?
No.
Self-subsisting.
No.
Eternal.
No.
What does samad mean then?
No scholar, I'll tell you to your face, and if you did your homework, no Muslim scholar, no scholar agrees what the word means. You know why? Because it's an Hebrew word. It's not an Arabic word. Muslims, Arabs, Al-Arab, they don't know what samad means. They have to guess, my friend, they have to guess. And they have to be all over the place to understand what it means. Did you know that?
Not really, no.
Yes, really, yes. Here, I found a website. Linguistically, samad means something that is not affected by circumstances or something that is solid. Did you catch it? So if Allah is samad,
we can take the definition.
If Allah is samad, and that means he is solid, that means he is an idol.
Why didn't you take it? Why didn't you take it as needed by everyone?
My friend, I just told you, I went through many tafsirs, many scholars. Not one scholar agrees what the meaning of samad means. Well, you know why? I told you why. Because it's an Hebrew word. And one of the tafsirs is that Allah, if he claims that he is samad, that means he is a solid entity. And we know what solid means. Solid means something that is not hollow. Just wait. If Allah is solid, that means he must be an idol, a statue that is not hollow, that has no something in, there's no hollow space in him. He is solid. That means he's a statue, he's an idol. That's one of the definitions for the word samad. And let me tell you, samad is a Hebrew word. Surprise.
Okay, so you took one of those translations and meanings and you explained it the way you wanted to explain it.
Do you see the screen?
Why didn't you explain it?
Do you see the screen? Really. Do you see the screen?
Not really. I'm not seeing the screen.
Okay. Samad, my friend, is a Hebrew word. It's a Hebrew word. Like ahad. You can go to YouTube, mute it, and watch the screen. It's on the screen. I put it on the screen. Samad is a Hebrew word. It can mean a couple, a pair. It can also mean a team, more than one, together, two, at least two, a couple, a pair. That's what samad means. You see it?
I still can't see it. Wait.
So Allah is more, at least two people, at least two persons.
Okay.
So and that means, yeah, do you see it? Samad, do you see it?
Not really, I didn't see it yet.
Yes, it's on the screen. That's not my problem.
Okay.
So you prove to everybody that ahad is a khad. Samad is a Hebrew word too. Everything, Muhammad didn't bring anything new, my friend, when he wrote the Quran, when he created Islam. Even the Tawhid that you Muslims are so proud about. توحيد, what does that mean in Arabic? أنت عربي, أنت تتكلم العربية, right? اللغة العربية. Tell me what توحيد means. What does توحيد mean?
أن توحد شيئا.
Okay, توحد شيئا. That means you are unifying something. What does unifying mean then? Thank you for explaining to me. Guys, he said it means توحد شيئا. That means you are unifying something. What does that mean in English language, when you are unifying someone, does that mean, let's say I'm an imam, and I want to unify a Muslim woman with her Muslim boyfriend, and I want them to make them a pair. That means I am unifying them to become one as husband and wife, right? You said it, not me. You said توحد شيئا, right? Again, we are going back to Ikhlas. Thank you, guys. He said sahih. You're right. Did you hear it? So Tawhid does not mean oneness, as the Muslims always have lied to us or have told us. It means unification. Thank you. So you are unifying at least two things, two persons, two entities. You are unifying something to become one, a pair at least. Let's say a husband with his wife to become one. Did you catch it, guys? So even Tawheed does not mean oneness. Allahu Samad. Even the word Samad, guys, is not an Arabic word. So the Muslim scholars had to guess, what does Samad mean? And we explained that Samad, as you see here, is a Hebrew word, and it can mean a couple, a pair, at least two. You see my voice is already gone. A team. Do you see it, guys? A team. It can mean a team. It can mean a couple. Many things. At least two together. So when Allah is Samad, that means He is at least two persons. Do you see how Muhammad was trying to copy the Jews and the Christians? Echad. He agreed with Ahad. The Muslim caller before this gentleman, he agreed that Ahad is Echad. He brought it up, not me. We also went to As-Samad. So what's left? We went to Tawhid. If Tawhid does not mean oneness, as the Muslims claim, what is left? How is Islam then a monotheistic religion, as they always claimed? How can you unify Allah? Because Tawhid, that's the most important concept in Islam. Tawheed, they always say Tawheed, brother. Allahu Akbar, Tawheed, Tawheed. So if Tawheed is not even oneness, it means unification. How are you going to unify Allah if Allah is one? That doesn't make sense. This is a crystal clear evidence, guys, sorry. This is crystal clear evidence, and the Muslim caller was agreeing with me, that Islam is not a monotheistic religion. It's a so-called monotheistic religion under a pagan umbrella, and the proof is in front of you. I wanted to share chapter 109, Surah Al-Kafirun. As you see here, لا أعبد ما تعبدون. I do not worship what you worship, Muhammad said to them. But wait, do you see the word what, guys? Since when is Allah a what? Ma. Isn't Allah a living entity according to Islam? He's a living God, right, Muslims? So how can Allah be a what? Should Allah not be a man? Abud, you see it? Wala antum, you are not what? You are not worshipping what I am worshipping. Man abud. So it should be men, not ma, because ma is a thing that is not alive. It has no conscience, right? A what? A thing. So the Quran should have said men instead of ma. You see it? So all the mas here, ma, do you see it? Ma, everywhere where you see what, should have been men. Men, the word, the tiny word, men. That would have meant whom I worship, not what I worship. So if Allah is not an idol, and clearly the writer of the Quran forgot here for a split second that Allah is not an idol. Do you see it? He forgot for a split second, hey, Allah used to be an idol. He is an idol, but they forgot to put instead of ma, men. Whom I worship instead of what I worship. Whom, men abud. Whom I worship, not what, not ma. Did you catch it? So correct should be whom I worship, not ma abud. This is a pagan worship of idols. Do you see how in the whole chapter, basically, you see ma. Do you see it, ma? It should have been men. Right? Ma must be an idol. An idol has no consciousness. Ma refers to a thing without consciousness. Did you catch it? Without consciousness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you catch what happened to you guys? Did you just caught what happened here? Here's another example. Chapter 92, ayah 3. Guys, chapter 92, ayah 3. And if the admins want to provide the link to this ayah, here's the same disaster. Not only chapter 109, guys, also chapter 92, ayah 3. وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْإِنثَى. And what? Again, Allah is being called a what? A unconscious thing. A thing that has no brains, cannot think. It's not a living thing. A what? Did you catch it? It should have been وَمَنْ خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى. He, because you see how they translate it falsely, guys? Here they are translating it falsely in Sahih International. And by he who created the male and the female. But wait, it does not say he, it says a what? وَمَا. Do you see it? وَمَا. وَمَا. Do you see it? وَمَا. A what? A what created the male and the female? It should have been, correctly, it should have been وَمَنْ خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى. So Allah is a, remember, Samad, a solid idol. And the proof is in front of you. The proof is in front of you. You are finished. Allah, you are finished. The Quran proves that Allah is a dead idol because it's a what? It's not a who. It's not a who, it's a what. And the proof is in front of you. A what? An idol created the male and the female. So do you see how the writer of the Quran was still thinking as a pagan when he wrote the Quran? This proves that Muhammad was a pagan. He stayed a pagan. He was writing the Quran as a pagan. Else he should have said, وَمَنْ خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنْثَى. And who? He who created the male and the female. Do you see how they are playing taqiyya? Do you see how they are using deception? Lying in the translation, guys? Do you see how they are lying in the translation? Do you see it? Do you see how Allah is nothing but an idol? An unconscious idol? Do you see it? Ma. We always find ma. That means that Allah is an idol. He has no consciousness. غير العقل. He has no brains. He has no conscience. He has no mind to think. It's a statue. It's an idol. We proved it to you from Surah 109, Surah Al-Kafirun. All the ayahs. Do you see it? All the ayahs contain these disasters. All of them. From 2 all the way to 5. Do you see it? From 2 all the way to 5. What? Do you see it? It's a disaster. You are not worshipping what I worship. Here, they did not use deception. Do you see it? Here, they actually are helping us. Proving everybody that Allah is a what? It's a not living thing. It's an idol. A pagan idol. This is shirk. As you see it here, it's nothing but shirk because they are proving that Islam is a shirk. And the gentleman who called me earlier, the Muslim gentleman, he agreed that Tawhid is unification. Unifying Allah, the idol, with his intercessors. Exactly. Again, ma should have been men. Do you see it? Men, not ma. Men. Who? A man. A person, not a thing. So do you see how the Quran contains disasters? Proving that Islam, the Allah of Islam is nothing but an idol and Islam is a pagan religion. So we should ask Muslims, please fix again For the love of God, fix the Quran of Allah. Allah is not fixing his own Quran, so you have to do it to keep him as a he. He's not a he. According to himself, he's not a he. If you claim these are the words of Allah. He's claiming that he's a what? He's a thing. Right? He's a thing. This is nothing but shirk. Because when we are reading this, and Muslims, they always read this. Every time they cannot answer a question, they use those ayahs in their debates with us. What at the Tawbah, the chapter of the sword, that's one of the nicknames. The chapter of the sword. The chapter of fighting, that's another nickname. And they call it the chapter of the mercy. Can you imagine? At Tawbah means the mercy. Yeah, right. The chapter of the sword, chapter 9, ayah 30. It says, and the Jews said, وقالت اليهود عزير. Who's Uzair? Uzair is the son of Allah. So the Jews said, all the Jews said, Uzair is the son of Allah. Now when we go to the Jews will say to us, who? What's his name? Uzair. Who's Uzair? The Jews will say. So who's Uzair? Who's Uzair? And you see here finally one of the translations. Let's see which one this one is. Ahmad Raza Khan is not using taqiyya here. Wow, I'm amazed, man. He's using Uzair. Do you see it? Uzair. Who's Uzair? Can you show me one Jew in the whole history of Jews who know who Uzair is? Can you show me any Jew who said Uzair is the son of Allah? Any Jew, please? Any Jew, please stand up. Let the real Jews please stand up, brother. I want to see one Jew who said this. Uzair is the son of Allah. And if we continue reading, right? So the Jews said Uzair ibn Allah. وقالت النصارى. Nasara? Who are the Nasara, guys? Anyone here in the live chat? People in the live chat. Anyone here in the live chat who calls himself Nasara? Are you a Nasrani, people? People, are you a Nasrani? Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you a Nasrani? Nasara, plural. Nasrani, singular. Anyone here who calls himself a Nasrani? Nope. So they are calling the Nasara Christians in the translation. So here Ahmad Riza Khan is doing taqiyya again. There's nothing called Christians in the Arabic. So the Nasara said Al-Masih ibn Allah. And the Christians, the Nasara. The Nasara said the Messiah is the son of Allah. Oh. And if we continue reading, it says, they speak like former disbelievers. May Allah kill those Jews and Christians. May Allah kill those mushrikeen, the Jews and the Christians. Now, do you understand, guys, why we are not allowed to enter Mecca? Because we are mushrikeen. Did you catch it? Allah, may Allah destroy them. May Allah kill them. Do you see it? Because we are, according to this ayah, we are the Jews and the Christians. We are mushrikeen. This is why Allah wants to destroy us. I have no idea what a Nasrani is, to be honest with you. I never met one in my life. We know that Muhammad might have met some Nasara, but he wiped them out. He expelled them. I have no idea what he did to them. But they don't exist anymore. Right? Nasara don't exist anymore. And there is no single Jew in the whole history of Jews who claimed that Uzair is the son of Allah. They don't even know who Uzair is, man. Who is Uzair? Ask any Jew. Have you heard of Uzair? No. Aaron Staley, no. Nasara, I said it before, brother. Nasara are not Nestorians. There are still Nestorians, Christian Nestorians, right? There are still Christian Nestorians. But Nasara are not Nestorians. Nasara are wiped out. They are wiped out. Nasara are completely gone. No, Uzair is not Ezra, guys. Uzair, else here we should have seen Ezra. No, the name is Uzair. Yes, the Jews know Ezra, right? And they don't call him the son of God, or let alone Allah. But the name is Uzair. So who is Uzair? Did Muhammad suck it out of his thumb? I think so. There's nothing called Ezra in the whole chapter here, or the whole ayah. There's nothing called Ezra, guys. Don't let them fool you. And this is a correct translation here. But here they are failing because Nasara are not Christians. Masihiyin. Ana, guys, here's an example. When I want to say I am a Christian, I will say in the Arabic, Ana, I am Masihi. Singular. Plural, Masihiyin. Right? We call ourselves in the Middle East Masihiyin. We are followers of Al-Masih, of Christ. We are followers of Christ. Hence, Christians, Masihiyin. Right? So who are Nasara? I have no idea. And who is Uzair? Again, I have no idea. Muhammad and Allah are confused. They are confused about the real Christians, and they are confused about what the Jews used to believe. There's nothing called Uzair. Here's another disaster. I hope you caught it, guys. Chapter 9:30 and chapter 9:31. اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله والمسيح. من دون الله والمسيح. They have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords, arbaban, instead of Allah. There's nothing called God here. Ilah in Arabic is God, so this is a bad translation. Instead of Allah and the Messiah. So who are the lords, guys? Who are the lords? Who are the arbab? Those are Al-Masih and Allah. Allah wa and, guys, wa means in Arabic and. And, so instead of, they have taken their scholars and monks instead of, as lords, instead of, min duni, Allah, instead of Allah and the Messiah. So who are the lords? Who are the lords? Allah and the Messiah. Another disastrous theological disaster found in the Quran. What else is new? So do you see how Al-Masih is made equal with Allah in this ayah, guys? Do you see how the Islamic Isa, the Islamic Masih, became equal with Allah as lords? أربابا من دون الله والمسيح. So here, even the Islamic Isa, the Islamic Messiah, is equal with Allah. Wama, again, guys. Again, this is another one. I should take a screenshot. I didn't know about this one, but this ma, guys, do you see? Wama. Let me play a part of the recording so that you hear that I'm not lying. Watch, guys.
إنكم وما تعبدون.
Do you hear it?
إنكم وما تعبدون.
وما تعبدون. That means, and what you worship. Again, Allah is being called a what? Not a man. It should have been إنكم ومن تعبدون. And you, and indeed you, are worshipping a he. Allah is called a what? He's not being called a whom or who or a he. He's being called again a what? Do you see it, guys? A what? Wama. Again, do you see it? Compare it with this one. What? Not men. Not men. Do you see the disasters, guys? Again, wama. Always the wama. That is creating disasters for Allah. Calling Allah a thing.